Welcome to episode number 1 of Create, Connect, Repeat from Outside of Music. My name is Nick Finzer, and in this show we're going to talk about different topics that have to do with one of those main tenets of what I think is important as a 2017 and onward musician, especially in the jazz and creative music fields. It's a tricky one these days. It's hard to navigate. We're all just trying to figure it out. We're all trying to, figure out what's going to work and what's not going to work. And today I just wanted to take a few minutes to talk about something that I saw online today. It was a discussion having to do with whether or not we should put our music on Spotify. Should we have our music on Spotify? There's some famous cases of people taking their music off of Spotify for various reasons. Should it be on iTunes? Should it be only streamed on Bandcamp? Should it be only available on your website? People generally don't buy CDs anymore in the same way that they used to, and I think this is obvious. Even the download numbers are being dwarfed by the streaming numbers these days. People are not downloading music, they're streaming music. It's kind of up to us whether or not we're going to fight against the current, try to recreate something that doesn't exist anymore, or try to find a way to fit into this new ecosystem. The market has basically decided that music is worth $0 to the average consumer. Now that doesn't mean it's worth $0 to everyone. To the people that you're connected to, your album's going to be worth $20, $30, $50, $100, as evidenced by all the people that are able to raise a lot of money using Kickstarter and all the other crowdfunding sites. But a CD now, an LP, an album, it's a collector's item. It's not something that the average person wants or needs in their life. Just look at the newest laptop computers. There's not even a CD drive on them. One of my artists was telling me not too long ago that just to check the master disc before we sent his disc to print, he had to dig out an old laptop just to play the master through and check it. It's like, so people aren't having CDs, people are listening digitally, they want to stream, they want it to be on Spotify, they want to find you on YouTube, they want to find you where they are. We need to go to them. It's a nice notion to think that everyone's going to come to us, and that the art that we make is going to attract listeners and be monetized the way that it always has been and the way that we think it should be, but it's just not how it's working right now. To get back to the argument about putting your music on Spotify or not, people are there on Spotify wanting to discover new music. There's playlists there of various jazz topics, there's creative music topics, there's emotional topics, there's like top 50 playlists. There's all these playlists that allow people to discover new music, and their algorithm to share new music with people that already like something that's similar to you is huge. And if you can get on one of those playlists, that's a huge amount of exposure for you. And not just exposure, but actually money. When you get on one of those lists and you start to get the streams happening, you can actually make some money. Not a lot of money if you don't get a lot of streams, but the more streams you get, is going to beget more streams, which is going to beget live performances, which is going to beget people coming to your live performances, and which is going to allow you to tour more and make more money all in the end. You have to go to where the audience is. You can't expect that the audience is going to come to you unless you're already well-known, established artist, or you're playing in a place where there's already a crowd. But right now it's so crowded out there with so much music. If you're not in the place where the people are, nobody is going to find you. I'm not trying to be negative about it, but it's just the fact. Unless you already have an audience and can cultivate that audience who is going to buy the CD anyway, or buy different types of merch from you, or t-shirts or whatever, those people are connected to you and they want what you have to offer. They're going to be the collectors of your CDs. They want to listen to it on Spotify too. They still want to be able to have your CD, but they don't want to have to put it in the computer, rip the files off of it, figure out how to get it on their iPhone, and all of that is way too many steps. They want to go to Spotify, they want to go to Apple Music, type in your name, find the thing, play it. Your audience wants those things, and the people that are going to buy the CD are going to buy the CD anyway. So to me, yes, put your music on Spotify. One of my artists did a thing where he released a single when his album came out, and then 6 months later put the whole thing on there. I can get behind wanting to sell the new release as new, not letting it be totally streamed right away. You're on tour trying to sell records. Totally makes sense. So then we'll just delay when Spotify has your tracks. So maybe it's 3 months from the release or 6 months, but eventually you should be on there so that people can find you and find your stuff. And I know that it seems like nobody's going to find it. People are just going to listen to it for free. But we have to go to where the people are. We're not going to suddenly find a new jazz audience and bring people into the fold if we're not using the best technology and finding the best ways to connect with people. Almost all of our artists are up on Spotify and in these places, or we're taking creative ways to delay the release on Spotify, but I think you should put everything up there, and you should be driving people to listen on Spotify, and you should be driving people to listen, because the more they listen, the more they're going to want to buy your stuff and come to your shows. It's too romantic to think that people are just going to buy your record just because that's how people used to make money in the music industry, selling music and selling their records. It's just not how it works anymore. So don't get stuck in the past. So thanks for joining me for this week's episode of Create, Connect, Repeat. I want to hear what you have to say about this discussion. It was a big one, a long thread on Facebook that I saw. So let's continue the conversation in the comments section here on YouTube or wherever you're seeing this video. Thanks for watching. Check out the Outside in Music artists. My name is Nick Finzer. Thanks so much for watching.